Hey, if you're catching me, you're catching Julie. That's right, I'm Julie with the Julie Show, where we do Denture Adventures, and I warned you about this one coming up in the hospital. Um, I'm going to tell you what, if you got a procedure or something in the hospital, what they had to do, they had full anesthesia on me today, which I did not know that was going to happen. So they had to stick a hose down my breathing tube, so they didn't want to damage my teeth, and they didn't want them in there to get in the way of obstruction or even have me choke on them. So bringing your teeth to the hospital is one thing, but if you're having a procedure, just bring them with, don't put them in. I had them glued in so tight this morning so they would last through the procedure. It took me, and then I had this stuff all over my finger trying to take it off. Oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Just don't do it. Just show up with a mask on if you're embarrassed. You're at a hospital. A lot of people don't have teeth in hospitals. This is where sick people go, you know. I lost my teeth because I was sick. I'm a little sore. It is about 8 p.m. Central Standard Time here. I still have to wait till 10:22 to get out of bed, and I plan on getting up and walking around a little bit. Some personal items I brought. I wouldn't mind seeing if I can maybe put on my panties again. You know, I'm in a gown. Maybe some pants to stay warm. I don't know if they're going to allow me to do that. I'll have to ask the nurse. I don't have a problem staying in the gown. I'm not going anywhere. I'm on bed rest. But when I get up and walk around, if I do, I'm going to want some pants on. But I have incisions in my groin area. Not in, tiny incisions. It's so hard to explain. Some people have had this done before, where instead of having like an open heart, they go in with a catheter and they're able to do what they need to do. And I'm very blessed that I'm in a good hospital and they're taking good care of me. I'm just a little uncomfortable because of, you guys know my history with pain. I have to pretty much lay my legs flat, so it's really hurting my lower back bad. Like, I'm bad. So I have to keep doing this. I'll show you what I've been doing. I keep knocking my bed all the way flat. See how close to the edge I've gotten? Oh my God, I better move that before I fall off this bed. And then I lift it back up when my back doesn't hurt anymore. Does that make sense? As long as I'm in bed, I'm good. I just got to keep my legs straight. I'll show you then. They're straight. Look at the colors. They're nice and cozy. See my toesies? Yeah, so as far as Denture Adventure goes, the worst case scenario happened to me. They were glued in very tight. I got them in at 6 a.m. this morning, and probably around 9, about 10 o'clock, just a few hours of having them in, I had to bust out the top ones. I managed to get all of the stuff out. I managed to get them in the cup of water. I was freaking out that they were going to move my room to a different room, and then I was going to lose all my stuff, and there would be water in the container. No, I came back to the same room that I was in when I started it. Sorry I'm not talking that clearly because I just started drinking liquids a few hours ago. My mouth was so parched today. Just remember, if you're wearing dentures and you're going to the hospital for a procedure, it's best to bring them with and everything you need with them so you have them on when you leave. But going in for a morning procedure with them in, just wasting your time. Now I know that if I had to get my dentures out in a jiffy, the best part and way to do that, and I think a lot of you already know, is to pull down at the corners. I like to pull down in the middle and play with it at night. Usually lasts 10 to 12 hours. But because I had such a rush to get them out today, I had to start just yanking on them. I was so afraid I was going to end up breaking my teeth. I was so nervous. I couldn't scrape them properly with all the stuff on my hands. And then, of course, there's a curtain behind me, but my bottom was wide open because I'm in a gown. So, yeah, that's why I want to get my underwear on and get my pants back on. But seeing as though I have groin incisions, they may not let me put on my bottoms. And I don't want to put on top because I'm in the heart unit, and that telemetry unit, there's cords coming out of a pocket right here in my gown here, so I don't want to put it on top because that would be totally uncomfortable. There's little openings in these gowns in the heart center where the tabs are at, so it helps them find them. Anyways, I'm alive and I'm doing pretty well. Can't read what my blood pressure is, it's just red. If I move much more, I'm going to move my food tray. I can't read what it is, but it's low. It's not that high. I see a number 13 or something up there. Don't ask me what that is. My blood pressure is not as low as 13. And my pulse is in 13. But I think they got my pulse down. I think that this might be the doctor I needed to see all along. But during getting ready for this procedure, we came up with a little bit of a problem. And I fasted since midnight last night. And I had a couple pieces of pizza. I had dinner at 4:30. I had a couple pieces of pizza around 8, and I ate some Halloween candy. And I came in with numbers like 35, 66, back down to 47 for my blood sugar. Yes. So now I'm starting to wonder if I have to look into whether or not I have become diabetic. I eat candy almost every single day of my life. I bitch you guys all the time about that. It's my worst thing that I do, is suck down that sugar. And I hope that sugar in that candy didn't do it to me. But it's hard to believe if you were diabetic that you'd be able to take down that much sugar and be okay. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to investigate on that a little bit. I'll keep you informed. But again, this is a denture adventure. If you're wearing dentures and you have a procedure, if it's overnight, a couple of nights, regardless, just bring your teeth with you. Just don't go with them in, because you're probably going to go into your procedure the day you get there, and they're just going to watch you for observation. Unless you have a planned trip to the hospital and you have a full plan for 2 weeks or whatever, I'm sure you'll be able to put your dentures in at some point. I can't really care less. The only people coming in here to see me right now are nurses and doctors. My husband went home for the day. Literally been here all day. The procedure took 4 hours. It took 4 hours to prep and 4 hours to get me in there. That was 8 hours. And now I have to wait 2 more hours to get off this bed and actually stretch my legs a little bit and my back. But other than that, things actually went smoothly. I think he finally did actually get to the spot in my heart that needed to be ablated. It just needed to be singed off like putting out a cigarette almost, and that's sad. It's like singeing it off with radio frequency ablation. That's how you do your neck too. I got a lot of radio frequency ablations done. This is the second one on my heart, and I've had one on my neck. How much more radio frequency can a person handle? I don't know nothing about that, and I don't know nothing about diabetes, so I'm about to look up some stuff while I'm here tonight. I don't want to get nothing crazy in my head because I could have just been fasting, but it did say on the website a minute ago, fasting should be 99 and below, but never as low as 30-something. I was starting to scare the nurse, I think. I was almost going to be booted out of this bed and sent home and not get this procedure because my blood sugar was too low. And I literally ate up to midnight candy last night. I didn't eat every piece of candy in a candy dish, but I sucked on candy pretty much up till I could. And I had juice, and I had water, and I had ginger ale this morning. So I don't understand. I just don't, unless maybe my blood sugar is just fairly on the low end. I don't know. But with that being said, I'm going to go look at that. You guys go and have a great evening. Thank you for all your support and all your prayers. They're greatly appreciated. Just remember, if you have a procedure, just bring your dentures. Bring everything you need for your dentures. Just don't put them in. Just put a mask on if you're embarrassed. I'm not even embarrassed anymore. You can obviously tell I have ill health. This didn't just happen from smoking. My sisters, three of my sisters smoke. One of them is 2 years older than me, and her teeth look beautiful. It's not from that. It's not from that. It's from Sjogren's syndrome. They even offered to put, they brought me Halls for the Sjogren's syndrome to keep my mouth watery, and they even offered to put eye drops in. So they're taking into consideration that it's a real thing. I always thought, well, what the heck is Sjogren's syndrome? How do you say that? It's spelled so funny. If you want to look it up, Sjogren's, it's spelled with an S and then a J, and usually will show up S-J. That's usually when you know that it's Sjogren's. I'm trying to think, is it S-J-E or S-J-O? Just type in S-J, and it should come up Sjogren's syndrome and tell you what I have. That's a form of lupus that I have. I also have lupus. A lot of these things wrong with me could just be from being a preemie or just having lupus. Who knows? I'm done answering the questions. Now I'm going to go look for some answers. Bye-bye.